Those in the market for a midsize pickup know very well what they want: a vehicle that can handle anything you throw at it, whether it's about hauling gear, challenging off-road terrains, or just cruising in style. There's a solid number of options out there, and today, we are ranking the best of the best, breaking down what makes each one special, and why some trucks that may seem impeccable at first fall just short of the top spot. Stay with us because if you're thinking about buying a mid-size truck, you don't want to miss this. Number 6. Jeep Gladiator. At the 6th position, we have the Jeep Gladiator, which stands out as probably the best off-roader in the class. That doesn't surprise anyone, considering the shared DNA with Wrangler, but the Gladiator has a few more trump cards to offer. For example, it offers excellent towing capacity and a very spacious cabin. The interior is well built, with durable materials and quite an intuitive infotainment system. But there are also a couple of pretty good reasons why the Gladiator isn't positioned higher. First of all, there's the on-road ride quality, which isn't particularly great. This pickup feels quite unrefined on the road, with lots of body roll and vague steering. With its chunky tires, it definitely isn't the most practical daily driver, as fuel economy is among the worst in the segment, even though the engine is anything but spectacular. The good old 3.6-liter V6 puts out 285 horsepower and lacks the low-end torque of modern turbocharged rivals, which wouldn't be that much of a problem if this midsize truck didn't feature a starting price notably higher than the competition. Number 5. Nissan Frontier. Fifth on our list goes to Nissan's midsize truck, which stands out as a great choice for anyone looking for a no-nonsense pickup that's affordable, has an old-school design approach, and is easy to live in. Of course, we like Nissan's naturally aspirated V6 very much, as well as surprisingly engaging handling for a vehicle of this type. Above anything else, we like that there is a choice of 2 cab styles and bed lengths, with 3 configurations in total, which is the kind of choice you don't get from most other models in the class. But the Frontier isn't without flaws. The reasons why this truck isn't ranked higher are various, and one of the first things that come to mind is towing and payload capacity, which are a bit behind class leaders. More importantly, heavy steering is a deal-breaker for a vast number of potential buyers. While there's also the fact that its off-road version, the Pro 4X, isn't at the same level as rival off-roaders, such as Tacoma TRD Pro, Gladiator Rubicon, and Colorado ZR2. Number 4. Ford Ranger. The Ranger is one of the best all-rounders in the class. It's quite capable in terms of towing and off-roading, but at the same time, it's also, for a truck, quite impressive when it comes to on-road manners. It's comfortable, stable in corners, and overall, quite refined, which isn't something we could say for most other classmates. On top of that, it stands out with pretty impressive powertrain options. All engines are turbocharged, including the base one, and therefore generous with torque. But there are a few things that keep the Ranger away from top positions on this list of ours. For example, the infotainment system, although generally good, can be a little bit tricky to use in some situations. Furthermore, the interior looks cheap, even for a pickup truck. But above anything else, there's the price. Because starting at nearly $33,000, the Ranger isn't much more affordable than the full-size F-150, which is superior in pretty much every way, and therefore, worth paying a few $1,000s extra. Number 3. GMC Canyon. The Canyon isn't just one of the most attractive-looking models in the class. It also features one of the nicest cabins around, but even that's not all that important. The best thing is that this is a pretty versatile truck, strong in all fields. The ride quality is good, the handling is precise enough, and the max towing capacity is rated at class-leading 7,700 pounds. Finally, the Canyon can be configured to be a pretty impressive off-roader, so altogether, we can say it's a genuine multi-role truck. So, what keeps the Canyon away from the top position? One of the things is the engine. The Canyon features an excellent 2.7-liter Turbo 4 with impressive torque, but, on the other hand, this isn't the most fuel-efficient model around. Also, the cabin feels a little bit tighter compared to rivals, especially when it comes to the second-row passenger space. Finally, there is the price, which is higher compared to its mechanical twin, the Chevy Colorado, which is the next truck that's coming on this list. Number 2. Chevy Colorado. For obvious reasons, This pickup is positioned above the Canyon. It offers the same level of capabilities but for less money. Moreover, there are actually a few features you don't get in GMC's truck, especially when it comes to off-road performance and some specific options and accessories related to the ZR2 model and the so-called Bison package. Altogether, we could say that everything that Colorado does, it does very well, so why it isn't at the #1 position? Well, we are not happy with the fact that the offer has been simplified maybe too much. If you remember, the previous generation was available in different body styles, with different bed lengths and 3 engine options, including a diesel variant. The current generation, unfortunately, is available in just one configuration, with just one powertrain option. That's the biggest problem we have with this, otherwise pretty impressive midsize truck. #1. Toyota Tacoma. In our book, the Tacoma is still the best midsize truck on the market. And no, it's not because it's the most popular. It's because it's the most quintessential pickup in the class. It's decently capable with really nice ride quality and attractive design. On top of that, it's more configurable than any other midsize truck. 2 cab styles, 2 bed lengths, and 3 powertrain options, including hybrid. That's what Tacoma has to offer. Moreover, it's quite polyvalent in the way that there are work truck models, comfort-oriented layouts, and of course, off-road configurations. The latter are interesting in particular as there are 4 models to choose from: Pre-Runner, TRD Off-Road, TRD Pro, and Trail Hunter, with different levels of off-road capabilities to match your budget and preferences. But even the class leader has a couple of weak points, starting from lower than average max towing capacity. The cabin isn't the most spacious in the class either, while there is also the matter of price, as certain variants, particularly range-topping off-roaders, are beyond expensive. But still, when we sum up everything, it's clear why Tacoma is by far the most popular model in the class. It's the most complete package around. Thanks for watching and see you next time.